Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ma'am. This is me, Arif Rahman Risqullah, and today I would like to present about the ICT methodologies for teacher professional development in Erasmus Plus projects related to e-learning. In here, I would like to break down about what is the methodologies in VO as viewer observations that I would like to expand for the feeders considerations about the observations and also how to deal with some kind of the topics that related to my research for the future. The first slide that is about the table of contents. The table of contents including 6 parts. The first one is a publish and Paris overview. The second one is the context analysis, network visualizations, overlay visualizations, density visualizations, and the conclusions. The publish and Paris overview, because the data is taken from Garcia Penalvo, FJ, and Casto about ICT methodologies for teacher professional development in Erasmus Plus projects related to e-learning, and it is adopted from the Scopus article with a Cinta 4. After I present about the publish and Paris, we want to highlight what is the context analysis. That is the variable 1, and the second one is the variable 2. It comes from the title of this context of the observations and the research itself. And for the variable 1, there is ICT methodologies for teacher plus Erasmus Plus projects related to e-learning. And after we already know about the context analysis in here, we want to uphold about the discussions on the network visualizations, on how the data could be, how the general pictures about the network visualizations frame out. And there is a ICT and teacher as the more bright status, and it's having more connections to the others, and also teachers education is less having more connections to the others. And also there is a technology for ensuring that all of the standards in the network is connected each other. So what I do really see itself, why technology? Because there is a data visualization in here. So this is the observations of the inferences, why I need to take technology as the one of the viewer observations. Because from the network visualizations, we could highlight the topics of technology can be a part of potential research, because it is less to be discussed. Why? Because technology, it's a part of the ICT, but it's more exclusive rather than the information and the communications that is talking much rather than the technology itself, especially in the 21st century of educations. And after that, we will move on to the overlay visualizations after we already know the breakdown of the network visualizations. And this is how the overlay visualization is focused on the projects that is related to the year. If you can see here, which is it's more not up to date research. It means that the more bright the years itself from the graphics from 2019, 19.6 until 2019.8, the last part, which is the 2019, it's more up to date rather than the other years, which means the technology itself, it's more up to date if we want to relate it to the current situations of the education overlay visualization itself. And that is why the energy on how from the overlay visualizations, we could indicate that the technology as a yellow color, meaning that the most up-to-date for doing research context rather than another area like development and educations. Why? Because it shows 2018 for the topic itself, like in here, 2019.8 for the topic of technology rather than others from 2012 until 2016. And next, we will move on to the density visualization. So if we said that the brightness is more popular in the people, so it means that this kind of topic is very familiar and it's more talking rather than the other topics. So that means the technology is more or less on the density visualizations. And this is the inference of the density visualization input. Yeah, the viewers, we could overlook the topic of the technology as the less bright one rather than others. So it means that the technology itself is the highlighted points that the teacher or development is not really it's not really up to date more than the technology itself. So it figures how uncommon this topic is to be discussed, that we could focus to dig into it in our research for the next part. And the last part would be the conclusions of all the yeah, the conclusion itself, talking about from the network overlay and density visualizations commanded want to be connected to the variable in this research. Then the writer could synthesize the data to search with the ICT implementation for English teachers during their professional development. So my future research, it would be the part of professional developments in English teacher, especially as the teacher's manager for their career, for their business, or maybe the management of the institutions in the futures if they want to be some things or they want to be in one positions actually. All right, I think that is all for today's discussions. Thank you so much. And yeah, if you have any recommendations, I would be open for that. Thank you so much.